Hey, Christopher, Joseph from IndiePRO hopping in to answer your database question. So, you asked, here are a few questions I have about the ticketing campaign. One, every venue on my tour is using a different ticketing system, so it will be difficult to sell my own tickets. Is running a traffic campaign even worth it? Have you seen good results from just a traffic campaign? So, if you're running just the warm traffic campaign as prescribed in the training, yes, that is worth doing. It is absolutely one of the best ways to sell tickets. The cold event response also could be really helpful with this sort of situation. Don't run cold traffic though. That's a bad combo. You won't be able to run conversion, so it really will just be warm traffic. And I think that that's absolutely worth doing because your warm audience needs to be reminded, your warm audience in that area needs to be told and reminded that you're playing near them, so they'll go and check it out and buy tickets. And you can run warm traffic to any website link, so it doesn't have to be, under your subdomain or anything like that. 2, in the training, they recommend for top of funnel alone, $10 a day on free shipping and handling, $5 a day fan finder, $5 a day on even per ad set. I have 13 dates on my tour. How long are you supposed to run each of these campaigns for? Not how far out to start, but how long to run them for. With these numbers, I'm looking at $260 a day when running together just to create a warm audience for a traffic campaign. Any recommendations here? Okay, so when you're running cold top of funnel, like a fan finder or a traffic to Spotify or something like that, you don't want to just run that right before you run warm ticket sales, and you don't want to start running it right when you're trying to get sales. That's like months, potentially years of ad traffic that you're running that is going across the country and in that area that you are later retargeting with a warm traffic campaign. So if you've never done paid advertising before, or you've done very limited cold paid advertising, then yeah, a warm traffic campaign is not really going to do you any good. So I kind of feel like I need a little more info on what you mean by that. And I'd also like to say that a free shipping and handling funnel is typically would require more of like a $50 a day kind of spend. So probably not the best strategy to implement if you're on a budget or if you're trying to make it happen right before the tour starts. You can run your traffic to tickets campaign for as long as you want up until the show. Typically for lesser known bands, most of the sales are going to happen in the last few weeks. So probably you just run it like a month out or, a couple months out at most. But for that top of funnel stuff, you're going to want to have been running that for like a long time before trying to sell tickets to these people that are in your warm audience. 3, actually before I go to 3, I'd also like to let you know that in a warm traffic campaign or in any type of campaign, you can also set budget at the campaign or at the, you can set a lifetime budget over the course of a range of dates. So you can say, I want to spend $100 on this show and I want it to run from, May 1st until May 31st. And then Meta will figure out, what days do you need to spend $1, what days do you need to spend $5, and it'll just figure it out for you. And typically that's what I do in the agency is a client will give me, I have $300 to spend on this show for my warm audience, and I'll go and set the start of the campaign and then the end of the campaign the night before the show, or a week long, however long it is that budget is supposed to last. Set it to lifetime, and then Meta will figure out how much to spend per day. As long as it's at least $1 per day, that will work. Okay, 3, in the community, I explained this and asked if I should still run a traffic campaign. I got this response from a top contributor. Could you please help me understand what this means? This was Steve Mann. I remember seeing this. You need to be able to get regular counts so you can see either lift on pre-campaign ticket sales or to see the average cost per ticket sold. You won't be able to get attribution exact, but what I do is take that 100% attribution average of all ad spend versus all tickets sold and see how that looks if we only take credit for 50% of the tickets or 25%. And if the costs look fine there, that's the best we can do to say the ads are working. So essentially what he's saying is you need to have a count of the amount of ticket sales that have happened either pre-show or post-show or pre-campaign. You need to get regular counts so you can see either lift on pre-campaign ticket sales or see the average cost per ticket sold. Okay, got it. So you either need to see that when your campaign started, ticket sales increased substantially, or you need to go after the show's over, having the entire ticket count and be able to guess based off of, he said here, 50%. If we only take credit for 50% of the tickets, you need to see, did that cost match up with how much money I spent, and did I make enough money back that it was worth putting that extra cost in before the show happened. I hope that makes sense. Basically what he's saying is there's no way to be 100% certain that when you send someone to the ticketing page that they definitely bought unless it's a conversions campaign. So with traffic, you can't really be sure. But if you're seeing that when you started the campaign, the ticket sales increased, or if you're seeing after the show's over and you've got all the ticket sales, if you're seeing that the amount that you contributed seems to have made the overall number increase and seems to make sense that adding the budget that you added in brought back enough revenue that it was worth doing, that's how you know whether or not it's working. That's the best we can do to figure out if the ads are working. I hope that helped. If you have follow-up questions, hit us in the Facebook group, hit us in Discord, hit us here in the database again, and we will make sure that we are taking care of you. Make sure you finish the whole ticketing training if you haven't, just in case any additional questions might be answered in there. All right, good luck. Hope the tour goes well, and see you in the group. Peace out.